Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am back with another Keeping It Real podcast, and you already know the title says I'm back, and we got a little bit of chest show, and you already know it's 80 degrees out here. We're catching sun, we're catching rays, we're recording podcasts, baby. I'm feeling good, but I have not posted a podcast in over a month, and there's multiple reasons why. But at the end of the day, they're all excuses, and you got to just own up to them and call yourself a bitch. Okay, but I'm going to bleep that out because first 5 minutes, we're going to try to build it, try to work eventually to get some monetization because you can't be cursing in the 5 minutes. I'm sorry, YouTube, so we're going to bleep that out. But what's going on, everybody? I am back, and we're feeling good. If anybody has a water bottle company, dude, come sponsor me because I'm saving the universe. I'm saving our planet because I don't drink plastic bottles anymore, and I'm saving my reproductive organs because plastic shrinks your pecker and it destroys your testes and females too. I think it messes with the vagina and our reproductive organs and our hormones. So look into that. They're trying to kill us with the plastic. We're already going to get taken down for that. Even though the straw is just heavy duty plastic. So someone shout me out and let's get somebody's water bottle company on the podcast. But what's going on, everybody? I am back, and I'm ready to go. Feeling good, feeling awesome. The allergies are actually getting to me. You can hear it in the sniffle in my face, and the allergies are getting to me. But we're maneuvering. We're kicking through. We're kicking through the sand. We're stuck in the quicksand, but we are climbing. I think if you get stuck in quicksand, low-key, you're probably going to die. If you don't have, like, a friend that can, like, I was watching a video, and they had to have the whole entire firefighter rescue team with, like, the suction thing, so they have to, like, blow, like, water or air and bubble out. Dude, it's actually pretty insane getting stuck in quicksand. So if you get stuck in quicksand and you're by yourself, say some prayers, call your mom, tell her you love her, and, yeah, you're probably going to die. So I wish that on nobody. Dude, that would be a shitty way to go out, right? Like, all the ways to die, it's like, yo, bro, like, damn, so-and-so died. It's like, oh, my God, bro, like, how'd that happen? It's like, oh, he got trapped in quicksand when he was at Costa Rica on vacation. It's like, what, son? Like, that's terrible. Like, that's a horrible way to go out. Like, at least if you're jumping off the mountains with the squirrel suits, like, that's some bad. It's like, yo, what happened to Billy? It's like, oh, he jumped off the top of Mount Everest and just fucking crashed into the mountain next to him. It's like, oh, man, he was doing what he loved, though. It's like, oh, bro, that's rad. So, is that always like, it's like, oh, dude, he was doing what he loves, though. It's like, yeah, but he probably didn't want to die. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But yeah, don't get stuck in quicksand. But I'm back. I was on a hiatus, and I went to Tennessee. So I'm from Jersey. I'm from the old Jersey, and I drove all the way from Jersey to Tennessee, and I went to Nashville. I saw Bryan, Callen, the comedian, saw Steve Byrne, the comedian, saw them out in Nashville. My boy lives out in Cookeville, so I was living out in Cookeville for a few days. Straight Tennessee resident. That's me now. How you doing? Shooting guns, sipping some Tennessee whiskey, baby. How you doing? But yeah, it was fun. It was a far ride, 14 hours in the whip. Pretty crazy, dude. I saw a crazy ass accident. Dude. It was honestly crazy. I look back on it and like, if you guys like, if I'm starting to laugh while I'm talking about it, it was such a crazy accident and it was such a crazy experience that it's like the only way I can really like comprehend what happened to me or what happened in that situation was just kind of like I gotta giggle at it. So basically, I'm driving on this highway called 81, Interstate 81. It goes from Pennsylvania to Maryland, West Virginia, and then Virginia, and then into Tennessee. It's in Virginia Virginia is a big old state. That is a long state. Like once you start moving down south, like those even out west, like those states just get so big and wide. And that's what she said. But so I'm driving out and I'm actually coming back. I'm coming back from Tennessee, and I'm driving in Virginia, and I see this. So there's there's all these trucks and 18-wheelers, these big double trucks where they're pulling two. Dude, it's insane. There's so many trucks, a lot of cars, a lot of trucks. It's just a lot of madness, a lot of stress, right? It's a lot of stress. My stress levels were off the charts for a 14-hour drive, but that's just what it is. It's crazy how resilient the body is. What are you going to do? But so I see in I don't want to say 1,000 yards ahead of me, probably less than that, like probably 500-600 yards ahead of me. There's these two trucks, and then there's these group of cars, right? So these cars on the left lane, there's only two lanes. Cars on the left lane, this truck is trying to pass this other truck and then get in front of him and then pass back over, right? So he comes over to the left. The guy, two cars are stuck now, as this is happening, in his blind spot, right? He's in his blind spot. So I'm watching it happen. I'm like, oh, no. So then the one car moves out of the truck is still coming over the whole time. And low-key, nobody really honked the horn or anything. I guess like they were all like, ah! Like they weren't like, oh, my God, honk, 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 hit the gas pedal. Like they were more like, ah! Like, so I heard no honking. There was no honking going on. The truck is coming over. He's coming over. And then next thing you know, I see like dirt and grass just spit up. Ba, 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 ba. It's like all dirt in the air. I'm like, oh, fuck. So then all I see is the car, like half on the road, half on the dirt. The truck is still coming over. This is all happening within like 2, 3, 4 seconds. Like, it's crazy how like when crazy stuff happens, your mind can really slow it down and like at least like convince yourself of what you saw. Like, I think I really did see that pretty well. I had a good view, so I really kind of saw what I saw. But it's crazy how the memory can lie. Like, you can really lie to yourself and make yourself believe things that didn't really happen. It's pretty crazy. But so I'm watching this truck come over, and this lady's half on the road, like half in the shoulder, half on the grass. And I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. She's going 60, 70 miles an hour. Didn't really think about stopping. Like, I don't know what she was. She must have been like an old lady, right? And I think she was. So then I see her cut back across onto the road, like in front of the truck to like where my vision was blocked to where the truck was blocking where she was in front of him. So I'm like, oh, damn, maybe she like came out into the road and caught herself and caught control. And like now she's Gucci. I was like, that's what I thought, right? She moved over, caught control. I was like, damn, that's pretty crazy. And then all you see, like a second later, her whip come like out of control, spinning around the other lane, hit the shoulder. She's spinning, right? And then her back end hits the rail, like boom, and then her car like comes out, and like at this point, like I'm like passing her in the far left lane, and she's like holding on to, like she just got hit and spun around. Her car's not moving right now, and I'm like passing her, like, oh my God, right? This is all happening at the same time within less than 10 seconds, truthfully. Probably less than 10 seconds, this all happened. And it's like, oh my God. And she's like sitting, I don't think her bag's open, so I don't think she was in that much like injury or in that much damage, but like her, it was probably a crazy, her adrenaline was probably like, through the roof. Her stress level, she probably almost came to like like a death level stress level. But yeah, I don't know. I just like, and like low key, I locked eye contact with her, and she was just like, and I was just like, oh my God. But like there were already cars pulled over, like about to check on them, and the tractor trailer was already pulled over. So then me and like a few other cars, like just kind of like got the fuck out of the way, like all in like I said, all the middle of like 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. And then at this point, there's nothing but traffic behind us. And me and like 2, 3, like 5 other cars just have the open road for about 15, 20 miles. It was pretty intense, honest. And then I still had 9 hours to drive. I'm in South Virginia, and I just got out of Tennessee. It's 9 in the morning, and I'm like, dude, I just witnessed, like, this lady could have been on her way to work or something, like, who knows and maybe she was drunk or on drugs. Like, who knows, right? Like, you think of that, like, damn, like, maybe she was drunk. Maybe she was on drugs. Like, maybe she wasn't of anything. It's just a terrible accident. But I don't think she was injured. I tried to keep up with the case. I don't think she was really injured that bad. And then I pulled up, like, an hour and a half later. I pulled up on another accident. And it must have just happened, like, right before I pulled up. There's a little bit of traffic. So I pull up, and then in the shoulder, you got the cops coming, the state troopers, you have the ambulance coming, all, like, firefighters coming, all literally at the same time. So I'm like, damn, this must have just happened. And it must be someone serious. So I pull up, and then on the left-hand side, you have one car on the side of the road. It doesn't look like it's like broken or anything like. It just kind of looked like it maybe lost control and veered off. And then you have I see the tractor trailer parked up. So I'm like, obviously the tractor trailer must have thrown somebody off the road or something, right? And then I finally creep. I couldn't see anything. Then I finally creep up where all the ambulance and all the mayhem is. There's one car, a little bit older car, small, compact, just like literally like just must have got lost control. Must have done the same thing, but there was no guardrail and he went flying. Just must have lost control and gone flying into the hill. And he was stuck in there. His airbags were out. I was like, oh my God, dude, that's terrible, bro. Like, it's actually quite scary, if you want me to be honest with you. I was genuinely like, the way down to Tennessee, I was like, woo, driving to Tennessee, bro. And then like the way back, like I was like, oh my God, dude, I just seen a lady get thrown off the road. This guy's like half dead in his car. I'm like, oh fuck. So then I had like 7.5 hours to drive I was purely petrified. All the tractor trailers, I was like, just like flooring it past them. But like some people do like, they sit in the blind spot. Like some people don't like they get in the left lane, they don't pass, right? You can't do that with a tractor trailer. I'm not some driver. I'm not trying to give anybody advice. But dude, a tractor trailer, they cannot see you. You have to always think they can't see you. They're so big. They're and it's like, "Argh," and they're trying to like pass people. They're talking to each other, going 70, 80 miles an hour, carrying all this cargo. They can't stop like the way cars can on highways, even though cars can barely stop on highways. They're going so fast. But dude, like, you got to just go past them. I don't have a loud car. I have a freaking sedan. I have a Subaru. But I try to, like, rev my engine a little bit just so they can kind of hear me. But, yeah, man, it is scary. Some people just chill in their blind spot and pass them super slowly. They'll drive next to him. It's like, bro, he can't see you. You're chilling next to him. It's like, and that's just bad, dangerous in general. Like, how do you feel safe, like, next to him? Well, what are you going to do? It was thank God I'm home safe. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. I was quite petrified if you want me to be honest. I was like, oh my God. Like literally, this is exactly what I was thinking. I seen this lady get thrown off the road. I don't know if it was the second. I think it was the second accident. It could have still been like the first accident. And all I thought to myself was like, man, like I'm down, like I'm so down with traveling the country and traveling and seeing all these beautiful places. But you know, that statistic that flying is so much safer than driving. It's like I'm about to take people up on their word, yo. Like I'm about to start flying. And the flights are cheap. Literally, this is all what I'm thinking. I'm like, damn, bro, I can't be driving. Like we are out here this is dangerous out here, bro. Like we got trucks and stuff. I was like, man, I'll pay $100 to get a round trip to Florida, go to California, fly a few hours, and I was like, oh my God. Because, I mean, the airport's so annoying, right? Like, you got to go there mad early. You got to check in. You can't fly with certain stuff, right? This, that, and the third. You got to pay for luggage. Sometimes it gets really expensive. Right now, the flights are super cheap, so I'm trying to take advantage of that. But what are you going to do, y'all? My gosh. I was petrified. I was really petrified. But, like I said, I'm back on a hiatus. I was going to do a podcast down there, like just chilling podcast. Excuse me. But I didn't bring the right audio equipment, so I got to figure out how I'm going to do podcasts on the road and then do the audio equipment. I think I'll be able to figure it out. I think I will be able to figure it out, but I don't know. It's kind of complicated. What are you going to do? We're learning on the fly, and we're out here chasing dreams, bro. But, I'm hype. The restaurant businesses are opening up. Like I said, I'm freaking out in Jersey, so old Phil Murph has been a little strict, little communist China out in this thing, but what are you going to do? The OCCP would be proud of Jersey, you know what I'm saying? But we're still masked up, 100% capacity, 6 feet distancing, wear your mask. It's like, this is ridiculous. It's like Texas just had Canelo Alvarez fight with 80,000 people in the stands. No mask, UFC. Whoa, when are we going to wake up a little bit? But what are you going to do? I'm just the 800-pound gorilla in the room. And I'm just an idiot that does nothing with my life. So don't listen to me. Listen to a doctor that's getting paid off. Dude, I love when people don't want to hear that. Yo, it's so funny, but I'm hyped. I'm about to start finally going hard doing some stand-up comedy. So stay tuned. If you guys want to check out the podcast on Instagram. Also subscribe right now if you haven't subscribed. Check out the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, our website link will be in the description. I got to get merch. I know I said I got to get merch before, but I really got to get merch. I got to work on that. Got to get merch onto the website. You can listen, watch the podcast all up on the website. That's dope. Check out the personal Instagram. It's all in. Check the links in the description. And then, I'm gonna be trying as I'm traveling and getting content and having fun and experiencing life as it is. I will be trying to do different open micers and trying to do some stand up and build my stand up, my arsenal, build my skill set, build my stand up time on stage, build some skills, baby. I'm hype. It's definitely what I want to do. Some form of entertainment. I think that's dope. Also, if you guys want to check out my my personal YouTube, I've been posting vlogs on there lately in the past year or so. And I started it about a year ago. And I've basically just been posting vlogs, but now I'm going to kind of not transition not to vlogs. I like vlogging, but a little bit higher quality vlogs, a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more some storytelling type of vibes, and just thought-provoking videos, I guess you could say. So definitely check out. The link will be right in the description. My YouTube account is Luke Vaughn. And, you can find me right there. And dude, it's the slow grind. It's the slow grind. It's the slow burn. But we out here doing some photography. So if you guys want to go to the Instagram, check it all out. It's all in the works. It's all in the works. That's a little bit why I haven't been doing the podcast, because I've been working on all my other stuff. And I've been training, getting ready for my first probably ultra marathon that I'm going to try to do. I'm actually pretty excited. Like I said, no excuses. There should be no excuses. I have time to do a podcast and I haven't done it. So at the end of the day, that's on me. But I do want to talk about how I transitioned. Like I said, I'm transitioning into a female. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a trans. It's okay though. It's Trans Appreciation Month, I think, or is that last month? I don't know. It's every month with me because I'm a freaking nice ass guy. How about them apples? Gotcha, bitch. But this is the Vivo Barefoot, okay? I've talked about this a little bit on my YouTube, on my Instagram and stuff like this. This is a new sneaker that is new to me, and it is technically a barefoot minimalist sneaker. For me, it's for running. For me, it is for running, and I think I'm pretty hyped for it. I'm pretty excited, and we can explain the technology. So as you saw before, it's called the Zero Drop Minimalist sneaker. There's no cushion on it. There's no stack height is what a runner would call it, right? So there's no millimeter stack height. And basically the idea behind it is that cushion on a regular sneaker, right? I'll put a little picture right there. That cushion on a regular sneaker is unnatural to the foot. It's unnatural to the human body. And what it does is it restricts your range of motion. And a lack of range of motion causes a lack of muscle growth, a lack of mobility, stability, and strength overall in the joints, in the muscles, and in the whole entire functional kinesiology of the body, right? The aspect of how it moves and how it works, it restricts a lot of that, right? So if you look at the ankle below, you have about the same amount of bones in the ankle below your ankle to above your ankle, which is pretty interesting, right? So the feet are very, very valuable, I guess you could say, very important. And the idea is that wearing those sneakers where you're so high off the ground and your muscles really, your toes and your muscles and your Achilles really aren't getting the workout that that it was built and bred to do. Like your muscles your feet and toes are supposed to be strong, functional muscles the way your fingers are. Like obviously we have thumbs and our hands can do so much. We can build stuff and put things together and type. We can do so much with our hands. It's so phenomenal to think about. But our feet are not supposed to be as lack of usage as the average modern day human does with it. Like they don't really use their feet. Their feet are weak. Their knees are probably weak. Their ankles are probably weak. They probably get a lot of injuries because of lack of mobility, lack of strength, lack of range of motion, which helps with all of that stuff. So so basically that sneaker, it sold me pretty well on all of that kind of information and that whole, I wouldn't call it pseudoscience. It kind of is science and physiology. So it's kind of backed by that, and it's really interesting. So that brand is Vivo Barefoot, and they're from England, specifically an English-based brand. And I think when you order them, they come from England, so they take a little while. But that being said, I ordered them and tried to see, like, is this the sneaker? Like, people say once you go to a minimalist sneaker, you'll never go back. You'll never want to go back to another sneaker where you're not. And they say it's really good for your body to walk out in the grass with bare feet, walk in the sand with bare feet, grow your muscles. Also, just get the senses going. Like, you want to feel the ground underneath you. Apparently, it really helps with weight distribution among your own body. So your hips and your waist will figure out, like, what has more tension literally in itself. Like, where are you more inflamed? Where are you tense? Where are you loose? And your feet are so strong and powerful, quote unquote, right? We're so smart, we'll say, so intelligent. The body's so smart that if your feet are touching the ground and able to feel around you, I'm not talking about the whole energy system. Like, I'm not trying to go that route, but your feet will be able to figure out, like, how much more weight and pressure should go on each side. And that's believable because there's so much sensors down, there's so much nerve down there. And for you not to be touching the ground and you to be like an inch, 2 inches off the ground because you're in a running sneaker or you're in some goofy basketball sneaker, like, I think that's stupid, man. I think that's stupid. Like, your body's not meant for that. And that's where a lot of lower back pain comes from, tightness in the hips, all based off lack of range of motion and that all lack of mobility, lack of strength, lack of stability, lack of muscle growth. And so arguably you could say I'm 20 years behind my actual body's ability to, in the aspect of my feet and the strength in my toes and my ankles and my joints and muscles down there. So it's pretty interesting. I'm trying to catch up nice and slowly, but so far the transition has been great. I've low-key sold all my sneakers. You can get, like, the ones I just showed you are kind of like ugly running sneakers to a certain extent. Like, you can't go out to the club with them. I have gone to the bar with them and they don't look the best. You wear black on black, so you kind of just hide them. But I did just recently get a pair. And I got a pair that kind of looks like a pair of Converse, but same technology. And it's really interesting once you start looking at it. And also, if you're a runner, it's a really great investment because regular running sneakers, they cost what? Let's say $130 to $150, right? That's the same price for this, $130 to $150, depending what style you get. Some are a little bit more expensive, but those are more like hiking boots and like novelty items. Not novelty, but like higher quality specialty items. That being said, a regular running sneaker is dead, quote unquote dead, after 200 to 400 miles, right? Like, the cushion in the sneaker after 2, 3, 4, 500 miles, the sneaker becomes kind of dead and the cushion doesn't really work the way it's supposed to. And then your ankles and your joints start getting beat up and you're putting so much pounding on your muscles because the way you run with those sneakers is not natural, right? So when you wear this barefoot sneaker, it's basically like, if you think about it, right? Think with me right now. Close your eyes, right? We're closing our eyes. We're going into dream state, right? A little bit of DMT right now. Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. Close your eyes, though. Close your eyes. No one's coming on. No one's creeping up on you. It's not me. Someone's creeping on. No, I'm just kidding. Close your eyes and think about, if you were to have to go for a run with no shoes, no socks, no nothing, right? You were to run on the street or on the grass, right? Let's just give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, let's say you're on the hard grass or clean track or something like that, right? No glass. You're not going to cut your feet. There's no way your body would be able to adapt to run if you're pounding on your heels, okay? So when you put on these barefoot sneakers, you feel that. Like, there's no way you can pound on your feet. Like, you know, some people just run hard, like, bang, 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 bang. Like, that's so bad for your joints, and, like, that's just kind of unnatural for your body. And there's an argument to be made that running sneakers cause that because it's so cushiony, it's so soft, you can just pound on it, and it doesn't really hurt until maybe you run 3 miles, and after you run, you get a little tight, a little sore in your knees, but you're like, no pain, no gain, baby. There's an argument to be made you really shouldn't be that sore and painful after a run. So when you put on these barefoot sneakers, you have to adapt to what it would feel like running barefoot because there's no cushion. There's no cushion underneath you. So any pebble, anything, like, you feel it. Sometimes, like, the thick pebbles or the shards of rocks, they kind of hurt, and you're like, So you're running very soft, and you're kind of just floating on, like, the ball's center half of your foot. So you're not striking your heel. You're not running on your toes, like sprinting, but you're just kind of gliding across the ground. It's actually really cool. It's really interesting how quickly your body adapts. Literally, the first 2 runs, you could feel, I could feel like I'm kind of like if you run a lot, you could be really in tune with your body, and you start slow with these sneakers, and it's just like, wow, it's really interesting how your body like adapts to itself, and going uphill, going downhill, like the first few runs, your calves are just on fire because it opens up that range of motion. So your Achilles is technically pulling a little bit farther than what it would be with that big inch and a half of cushion under your heel. So there's the science right there. So if you're sold Vivo Barefoot, there's a bunch of other brands. There's a brand called like No Bull, and there's I think they do a lot of like powerlifting sneakers and stuff like that too, functional sneakers. But I think it all started with walking and running, the whole idea of minimalist walking and running. And yeah, dude, it sold me. Think about it like this: people run in the mountains. People run in the mountains with no shoes. Those are the ultimate like barefoot minimalist runners. They wear no shoes, nothing to protect their feet from cuts or anything like that. It's just pure calloused feet. Ooh, that's gangster now. That's gangster. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. But maybe I would. Dude, I'm waiting for a text or a phone call from my uncle right now, because he asked me to help him move his couch into his apartment, which is fine, no problem. But he's like, yeah, I think that's what he said. He's like, yeah, I live on the second floor, and this is all in the text, right? Like, and this is your uncle. Like, how you gonna say no? He lives close to you. And like, shit. So he's like, yeah, can you help me move my couch? I just ordered a couch. Only problem is it's a little bit bigger than I thought, and I don't think it's gonna be able to go into the front door. So what we're gonna do, since I live on the second floor, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is not good, bro. This. And I was like, and my dad always told me, he's like, whenever someone asks you to help them move like furniture or shit, or they're moving houses, bro, it's like always never say yes. It's always a pain in the ass. And oh my god, I've always taken him up on that word because like I've moved things before. It's just a pain in the ass. So he's like, yeah, we're not gonna be able to fit it in the main door and walk it up the stairs. So what I'm going to try to do is we're going to try to put a pulley system up and try to swing a rope and carry it in through the back window. I'm like, dude, this is a fucking terrible idea, honestly. This is a terrible idea. Like, I'm imagining this couch be massive. Maybe it's not that big. I'll be interested to see if it's not that big. I'm assuming this couch is going to be big as shit. Oh, dude, it would be terrible if it's so big. Like, why are you buying such a big couch, Unc? What the hell? Dude, so I'm waiting for a phone call. He says he's gonna come sometime in the morning. So that's my day. That's my day. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna fit a couch that's not supposed to be fit in that apartment into that apartment. So that's what we're gonna do today. That's the Lukey V adventure. So if you're like, yo, I'm not having that bad of a day. It's like, yeah, I'm not having that bad of a day either yet. But it might turn pretty ugly. It might turn pretty bad. Honestly, what it's not my apartment. It's not my couch. It's like, what can I do? I'm here. I'm helping, giving motivational support. Let's get it in there. Let's go. Oh, man. What's going on right now? So you got Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall just fought. He just, like, tackled, what's-his-face, Austin McBroom at the press conference. So that was actually kind of funny. I'm assuming that's kind of all fake. I'm assuming they kind of talk to each other. I was like, yo, bro, like, I'm probably just going to attack you. Like, you can see Austin McBroom, like, literally gave him a noogie at one point. Like, he just rubbed his hair and stuff. Like, he could have punched him in the head or in the face. But, I mean, obviously, you don't want to fumble the bag. So I don't understand that. I just think it's kind of like, it's just weird. It's just weird. It seems like these TikToker YouTubers are taking it mad serious. It's like, bro, like, we're a bunch of, like, I'll just throw myself in there. Like, we make YouTube videos and TikToks. Like, we're goofballs. It's like, stop taking yourself so serious. It's like, geez. But, dude, like, that's what I should do. Honestly, right here, right now, bro, I will box any fucking famous TikToker, any famous YouTuber. Keeping It Real podcast, dude. We're keeping it real. Bro. No one too big, though, because some of those guys are quite large. But let's keep it real right here. I'll take on anybody at 160. 160 and lower, bro. I'll take you to 12. I'm not knocking you out. You think I'm knocking you out? I'm not fucking knocking you out. I'm taking you into deep water, and I'm drowning you like Floyd Mayweather, all right? I don't know who wants it. I really don't know who wants it, but you can get it. You know what I'm saying? You can get it. Honestly, that good-looking kid, Taylor Holder, I don't really want to. He looks like he could fucking knock some sense into me. I don't really want that fight, but I'd take anybody else on that fucking card, honestly. Yo, that's funny as hell. DDG, bro, I know you famous as shit. Bro, I will take you into deep water. You could have the best trainers, whatever you want to do, bro. We can go 12, 15 rounds, whatever you want to do. It's like, bro, 15 rounds, what is this, the 60s, Luke? It hasn't been 15 rounds in years. What, you want to change the fucking rules, baby girl? Because I got lungs for days, bro. I got lungs for days. Danny Duncan dropped out. You fucking scared, Dunk? You scared, Danny? Oh, yeah, bro. Virginity rocks, I'll put you down. You come out swinging, bro. Like I said, I'll dance with you like Floyd, take you into deep waters. This ain't no Jake Paul. I'm not knocking none of y'all out, but I will gas you out like a fucking Kenyan hunter hunting an antelope out in the freaking jungle and letting him run until his heart explodes, and then you just feast. First thing you eat is a raw heart. Danny Dunk, I'll eat that heart right out of you in the middle of the ring, son. DDG, you don't want it. Bryce Hall, dude, I'm telling you, 12 rounds you'll be chasing me. And then in that 12th round, I'm going to come out like a Kenyan hunter, like he hasn't seen a freaking lion in years. And I'm coming after you. So if anybody wants the sauce, like I said, 160 and lower. If you're weighing over, like if you're 170, bro, like I don't want no smoke unless, dude, honestly, I don't want to have no faith in myself, bro. I could put on some pounds. 160 would be a little hard though. 160, I'm a little off from 160. I'm close. I'm probably close. I'm closer to 140 than I am 160. Anybody below 140 is going down. Nah, but seriously, Tanner Fox, if anybody drops out, I don't even know. This is coming out today. Anybody wants to box the old Luke, but you got to actually be famous. I understand, bro. It's like, Luke, you're not famous. It's like, bro, we don't want to box. You're not going to bring any fans. It's like, I know. I'm just trying to get some fans. It's like, oh, we respect low key, bro. It's like, thanks, dog. Let me get that fight. That'd be ass if you get knocked the fuck out in front of everybody, though. I don't really care, dude. I'd go down. I'd get paid to get fake knocked out. Hell yeah. Bro, if someone wants to fake knock me out, I would 100% pay me the bag. Show me the bag, and you can knock me out and make yourself look great. You could gain 1 million followers. If I get a few thousand subs, dude, that's all I need. That's all I need to take off on this rocket ship. So, yeah, basically, I'm down to fight anybody. Danny Duncan, DDG. I know you guys are all on there. Gibbs a goofer. Jake Paul. Nah, Jake Paul low-key would fucking stark me. He put me down, honestly. Logan Paul. But, yeah, I'm down to fight any of those goofballs. TikTokers. Which TikTokers are, like, famous that don't even fight? There's so many people on TikTok. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even go on that app. Honestly, it's owned by China. It's all fake news. It's all just, dude, it's actually creepy though when like you're on there and you see like this little girl like shaking her ass or being like a thought. And you're like, dude, this girl's like 14 or 16. Like this is actually like it's actually weird. Like it's actually like this is actually an issue. Like this is actually an issue. Like I don't think this is legal. Low key, bro. Like I'm not trying to be weird or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. They got to figure that one out. I haven't been on TikTok in weeks, months. But if I was getting paid to... Oh, dude. Here we go. We're getting the phone call. Everybody, this was a short podcast. I'm going to have to go. I'll see you guys later. We got to go move this damn couch. Anybody wants to fight TikTok YouTuber? Hit my line, bro. 12 rounds. Take you into deep water and drown you. Put you down, baby. Deuces.